Thank you very much. My name is Teng. I'm the CEO of Singapore Business Federation. The number one question over here is what other measures should we consider? We have just completed, not completed, we are tabulating the survey, Singapore Business Federation National Business Survey, based on the what you call the analysis that we make up to now is number one, in terms of various measures introduced in the budget, the feedback received is pretty positive. The only concern we have is subject to final conclusion of the finding is that maybe we have only just reached awareness level. It's not really filtering down. So one possibility is that the measures that have been introduced, awareness alone is not enough. We need to bring it down to the implementation level and to really make the companies feel that it is working for them. And I suspect, based on this, I suspect next year is really the action year. So rather than to add more measures, it may be wise for us to push whatever measures that we have introduced and stay on with the objective, and that is what can we do to raise the productivity. So I think stock take and also to use TACs to bring more information down for people to really understand how the measures can work and can benefit them. I think we have one more stage to go before we want to add on. We may even do some modification on the way. This is one. Number two is that when we talk in terms of productivity or innovations, it means a lot of mindset change. And mindset change is the most difficult thing, and you need to, for people like us, we need to go through a re-education because it's a total different mindset for us to embrace this necessary skill set to prepare for the next 10 years of Singapore. To do this, I think we need to be more aggressive in the continuing education. I think the scheme is there already. Again, we need to drive this message through. However, I sort of get some information that come next year there will be some review of the schemes for companies going overseas, and the support level will be changed. I don't have a detail, but I would like to suggest, if ever possible, that could be tilted that especially for the SMEs who need to make themselves more competitive, it may be wise for us to consider a scheme where you go overseas, the mission is not for the purpose of securing contracts, but to have something very specific that will benefit the companies. Take, for example, Singapore Business Federation organized a technology sourcing mission to Israel. And so the purpose is to understand how they do the R&D, what is available there, but it doesn't mean that you will guarantee get a contract. This is our knowledge acquisition and also going out. The next one is that we organize a mission to Stuttgart, Germany. The purpose is to meet up with family-owned enterprises to see how they operate. They are family-owned enterprises, but a champion in the world market. They are altogether 3.3 million family-owned enterprises in Germany, and they all command worldwide market share. How is it that they can do it? So there are some relevancy here. So these are our knowledge acquisition and learning trip. I think it will be something very good to be considered by IE Singapore and Spring to support the SMEs so that we are able to climb the value chain. And to climb the value chain, we need to acquire new knowledge. It's not about just business. I can go out and close deals 3 years, but I remain unchanged for the 3 years. That's not very healthy at all. I think this will be one thing very effective for the company. The next thing is the survey also showed the factor change. Last year when we did, during the crisis, when we did the survey, the number one item was access to finance. This year, it seems that once we finalize, we'll know, but it seems that the business cost has come up again. And business cost is item number one. I think it will be good for on the PPP initiative to promote more correct awareness and understanding of the AEC 215 and how our companies are able to use the supply chain to then build a supply chain connection, for example, Singapore and Iskandar, Malaysia. And then you build a supply chain, then you are able to balance the cost. If you continue to operate in Singapore on a 100% basis, the business cost is with us. No matter what you do, the business cost is there, unless you build a supply chain. In that sense, if we are able to work together to facilitate that learning process, to help the SME to understand how to do that, and then either aggregate or individually build the supply chain, we can balance off the cost challenge. The cost challenge seems to be the number one item. Thank you.